Hey boys and girls, it's Pastor Jonathan here at Lakeview Kids. Thanks for being interested in water baptism. You might be wondering a lot of questions like, when can I be baptized? Or what does it mean to be baptized? Or who can get baptized? There are lots of great questions. Is it scary? Is it cold? Why do you have to go underwater? Think about all of those questions that you have about baptism because we're going to answer a lot of them in the next few videos. In this very short video, I want to talk to the grown-ups. So if you have a grown-up who is helping you along with baptism, maybe your mom or your stepdad, a grandparent or a guardian, let's see if they can join us in this video too, because there's a few things that we want parents to know about this very important decision. The first thing is that at Lakeview Kids, you have to be an elementary student in order for us to baptize you. So that means you need to be at least in first grade in order for us to do baptism. The second thing is that parents and guardians or aunts or uncles are welcome to be a part of that baptism. If you as a mom or you as a grandma would like to participate in the baptism and help us baptize your child, that is okay, and I would love to assist you in a baptism. I've done lots of family baptisms before and they're pretty cool. We just need to know about that in advance, so let us know if you'd like to participate. The last question that I wanted to answer was the question that I got from one young child who said, how do I know if I'm ready? We're going to answer a little bit of those in the next 3 videos, but let me just assure you that if you are a Christ follower, you are ready to be water baptized. I want to encourage all of you to watch 3 videos for me. They're very short, but they're very well done. They're cartoony type videos that talk about baptism. One of them is from pursuegod.org. The second one is from Kids on the Move. And the third one is from crossroadkidsclub.net. We'll include links here, but kids, take just a few minutes to watch all 3 videos. And once you've watched those 3 videos, you're ready to be baptized at Lakeview Kids.
Let's take a few minutes and answer some common questions that kids have about baptism. Why should I be baptized? People get baptized as a way of showing everyone that they have chosen to be a follower of Jesus. Jesus told his disciples that we should all ask for God to forgive us for the things that we've done wrong, and then to get baptized to show that we want to follow Jesus from now on. When should I be baptized? The time to get baptized is after you've made a decision to believe in Jesus, not before. When you've understood that Jesus is your Savior, and when you've chosen to let Him be the leader of your life, then baptism is your opportunity to let everybody know that. When you're ready to tell everyone, I'm a follower of Jesus, then you should consider getting baptized. Does getting baptized mean I go to heaven? No. Just being baptized does not get you into heaven. There's only one way to go to heaven, and that's by having faith in Jesus and what He did for us on the cross. By having faith and believing that He's the only one who can save us and the only one who can make us right with God, that's how we get to heaven. If you have questions about that, make sure to watch the Foundations for Kids series on pursuegod.org. How does someone get baptized? The process of baptism is actually really simple. You begin by standing or sitting or kneeling in some water. Another follower of Jesus holds you and lowers you into and under the water, then brings you right back up again. The word for baptism actually comes from the Greek word baptizo, which means to immerse or dip. So just think of it as being dipped, just like you would dip your cookie in milk and pull it right back out. Now, some questions for you. Do you know that you've been saved by Jesus? And are you ready to tell everyone? If you can answer yes to those questions, then you may be ready to be baptized. Take a minute now to talk about this with a grown-up.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What exactly is baptism? Well, first let's talk about what baptism is not. Baptism isn't the same thing as being born again. It's not a way to get to heaven, and it doesn't make God love you any more than He already does. Baptism is simply a way to let everyone know that you've been born again and you've chosen to follow Jesus. It's pretty simple too. You'll get in some water and a pastor will say a few things, then they'll dip you under and bring you right back up. That's all there is to it. Now you might be thinking, I would love to tell everyone that I follow Jesus, but why do I go underwater? Wouldn't it be easier to tell people with like a megaphone or a giant tattoo on my face? Well, the water is really just a symbol of what happens when we're born again. Going under the water represents our old life being washed away. Coming up out of the water shows that we are starting a new life with Jesus. We do it this way because it's the way Jesus did it. The Bible tells us in Matthew 3:13 how Jesus himself was baptized, just like this, when he was here on the earth. And since we want to follow Jesus in everything we do, being baptized is an important step to take after we make Jesus our Lord. Think of it like a jersey. When someone is on a sports team, they wear a jersey so that everyone can see which team they're on. When we're born again, we become a part of God's team. But we shouldn't just stop there. Being baptized is like putting on the jersey so everyone can see that we love Jesus and we've chosen to follow him. So if you've been born again and you haven't been baptized yet, what are you waiting for? It's time to put on your jersey and show everyone whose team you're on.
God's story, baptism. So part of God's story is about baptism, and it goes like this. Baptism is a picture of God's rescue plan and a way to remember what Jesus did for us. From the very beginning, people have made wrong choices and are separated from God, but God still loves people, even when we make bad choices. And so he sent his only son, Jesus, to take the punishment for every wrong thing that has ever been done, anywhere, so that no one would have to stay separated from God. Jesus lived a perfect life, died, was buried, and rose again. He showed that God wants to give everyone new life in him. Once we've heard about Jesus and want to receive his rescue, the next steps to get baptized are to repent and believe. When we repent, we realize we've messed up and we need God to forgive us. Then we start obeying Jesus by doing things God wants us to do, being generous, serving others, and showing love to others. That's what happened to a guy named Paul. Paul was famous for being mean to people who followed Jesus. He was going to a city called Damascus to get people who followed Jesus thrown in jail or put to death. Suddenly, a blinding light knocked Paul to the ground, and a voice spoke from heaven, "Paul, Paul, why are you persecuting me?" After that, Paul repented. He stopped persecuting people and started following Jesus. And after he repented, the first thing Paul did was he got baptized. He's known as the Apostle Paul because everywhere he went, he told people about Jesus. After repenting, the next step is to believe in Jesus. Some people get baptized right away, as soon as they start believing in Jesus, like in the story of Philip and the man from Ethiopia. Philip was a follower of Jesus, and one day he met a man from Ethiopia who was traveling in a chariot. When Philip told him Jesus was the rescuer, the man stopped his chariot and hopped out. He said to Philip, "Look, there's some water. What can stand in the way of me getting baptized?" So Philip went into the water with him and baptized him right there, by the side of the road, in front of everyone. He probably didn't even have a change of clothes. When someone has heard about the rescue, repented of their wrong choices, and believed in Jesus, they're ready for baptism. To be baptized, the person gets dunked in water. They go under the water because they're laying down their old life, and because Jesus laid his life down for us. But just like Jesus rose again, they come back out of the water, ready for the new life God promises. It's a way to show the world, I follow Jesus. Now, baptism doesn't mean everything will suddenly be perfect. Only Jesus was perfect.
bad things still might happen, and even people who've been baptized will make wrong choices sometimes. But when that happens, they don't have to get baptized again. Instead, they can remember how Jesus rescued them. No matter what, we can always ask God to forgive us, and He always will, because He loves us. And that's a part of what the Bible says about baptism. So in case you missed it, here's the quick version. Baptism helps us remember God's rescue. Going under the water reminds us Jesus died for us. Coming out of the water reminds us Jesus rose again. Jesus told people to repent and believe. Paul repented and became a follower of Jesus. Anyone who gets baptized can have a new life in Jesus. And that's the story of baptism.
Parents, thank you so much for supporting your child in this important spiritual milestone of water baptism. If you have not been baptized yourself, this is a great chance to lead by example and to take that step of obedience in water baptism. Contact Lakeview Church with any questions you have about water baptism or to know when the next one is. We would love to see your whole family follow Jesus in this important step.